What's up guys, welcome to the vlog. Today it's a little bit different because we're not filming here at Attention Media, we're not filming in Shep. We're heading to Melbourne. We're going to go see Kerwin Rae and his Fast Growth Summit event. All based around social media marketing and how they have made millions and millions of dollars from their social media marketing. I'm super pumped. Scott's coming along with me, so it's time to hit the road. Let's get to the big smoke. Look who we've got. Hello. Well, I just decided that we can't be going to Kerwin Rae's Fast Growth Summit to learn about social media and content without doing some content. So, alright, let's hit the road. Those big city lights. Here we go guys, we're in Crown Towers. We're registered. Just grabbing a bite to eat before we head into Fast Growth Summit. Hopefully we can film in there. We made it. And we're sitting on the floor.
I'm going to talk about the hacks, and I'm also going to take you through the fast growth formula. It's been almost 20 years now that I've been unemployable and been in business myself. The first, let's call.
Hey guys, hope you're well. So, I've got the camera flipped around so that you guys can see the whiteboard, but that means I can't see you. But that's okay. I'm just going to double check it's running, and then we're going to get straight into my top takeaways, my wrap up from Kerwin Rae's Fast Growth Summit last week. So let me double check. Everything is running. We are live. Just make sure you guys can see all of that. Awesome. All right. So, if you're not sure, Kerwin Rae, he's a business coach, he's a business mentor. He runs a very successful business coaching business in Sydney, has clients all over the world, worldwide. He's a very prolific public speaker, motivational speaker, and he also is the author, the founder of The Social Experiment. So, if you haven't seen that, look it up on Facebook or Google or YouTube, The Social Experiment, and that is where he figured out that his business was doing a really crap job with social media, and they decided to go all in on social media starting back in 2016, I think it was, and literally vlogged and documented the whole journey. And now Kerwin Rae's business makes millions upon millions of dollars directly through social media. And basically the Fast Growth Summit, which is what it's called, is his free event to get people excited about social media. Basically, it's his lead generator, right? To get them into one of his coaching plans. Yeah, it was really, really good to go along and get a little bit of context on how he is generating millions and millions of dollars from social media. And I'm talking platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn. Yes, he's making big money off Snapchat. So these are the top takeaways that I had from that night. Just going to double check that we're all live and streaming. We are awesome. Okay, so top takeaway number one, guys, was that content underpins everything, right? So with social media, content is everything, right? You need to be putting out content in order to be giving people value, in order to be building an audience, in order to be, being seen to sell, basically. And you have to be seen to exist in this digital world. And that's exactly what Kerwin was saying. He's like, if you're not on social media, if you don't have a digital presence, then for a lot of businesses, people just don't know you exist, because that is where everybody researches everything and finds context around the products and services they need. So content, big one. Video content and funnels. So the next couple of points, this point is in regards to Facebook, which they've made more than $10 million from directly in sales. And video content and funnels on Facebook is big, it's everything. And that's the big money maker for Kerwin Rae. So he does a lot of small micro content, rants, he's just started a vlog, motivational pieces, business pieces, short 30-second to 3-minute punchy video with captions on Facebook, targeted towards specific people, the people that he wants to reach. So it's not about just creating content and then putting it on your Facebook page and hoping that it sticks. It's about making sure that you are putting out content that is targeted towards a certain type of person, your target audience, and then building on that from there. So Kerwin uses a lot of different funnels. So he has different topics. So he has like business content, he has health and fitness content, he has parenting content, he has mindset content. So he's broken it down and then he targets that content at different people, different audiences. And then he goes and builds a video funnel from people who have watched that top of the funnel content and then provides them with more content and more content and more content. And he made a very big point of saying that the video content and the posts that he's putting out, there's no links, there's no call to actions, there's no buy my stuff. It's just the content. It's the content and a bit of copy to tell people about the video, to get their interest in it. And that's all he did. And he says that he has people screaming at him and sending him messages after messages after messages saying, what can we buy from you? There's no links, like we want to do business with you. So he lets the content do the talking so that he has customers and potential people that he can work with come to him first. His biggest tip for Instagram, right, was around hashtags. So at the moment, he is saying that between 5 and 6 or 10 and 11 hashtags is what gets the most engagement. Okay, so you can use anywhere from 1 to 30 hashtags per post. But he's saying what is working best now is if you use 5 hashtags or you can use 10 or 11 hashtags. So those two variations is what's getting the best engagement on Instagram. The other thing is to make sure that you put those hashtags in the post caption. So write your post caption, couple of dots, and then put your 5 to 6 or 10 to 11 hashtags down the bottom of the caption, not in the comments anymore, because that's it's a bit of a spam alert to the algorithm now, and the algorithm won't give you as much reach if you're just going to post a comment full of hashtags, because as we all know, it doesn't look pretty. It doesn't really offer anybody any value. So make sure that you put your hashtags in the comments. And a couple of other points on Instagram too. He said that once you have posted, don't edit that post for 48 hours afterwards. Even if you've got spelling mistakes or errors, don't touch it, don't edit it for 48 hours. Otherwise, it's going to impact on your reach. And of course, the other big one, which we know, is to make sure that you engage with comments that you get as soon as possible, especially in that first 15 to 30 minutes after posting. Another big tip he had was that 89% of businesses don't reply to comments. That's a statistic. 89% of businesses don't reply to comments on the content that they post. So straight away, a big advantage, get into your community management, get into responding to comments, and you'll be a step above the rest in no time. When it comes to Snapchat, his biggest piece of advice was don't front load your stories. And this is exactly the same for Instagram stories or Facebook stories. Front loading is when you go and take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories, post them all at once, and then that's it for the rest of the day, right? That's putting all your stories up at once. And what happens is that your stories, whether it be in Snapchat or it's in Instagram, these are the stories at the top of your feed, right? Now, if you go and you do 3 or 4 stories all at once, go bang, 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 those stories are going to be up here in the top of the bar if it's Instagram, or same if it's Snapchat, it goes vertically like this. And your stories will show at the top because it's the most recent, right? But then what happens is, because other people start posting, your content is going to disappear down the feed, right? And then if you don't post anymore for the day or a couple of days or a week, people aren't going to discover you because you're not up the top. So try and space out your stories. Kerwin said he got into the habit of doing 1 story every hour, okay? so that each hour he had a fresh story which would push his account back up to the top of the feed, whether it's Instagram or Snapchat. Okay, so that is a very big point too. Try and space out your content, whether it's an hour, whether it's 2 hours, whether you do one in the morning and one at night. Just try not to do all your content in one dump, because what you will find is that you'll have a spike of people. Hopefully you can see this, guys. You post all your content here, you'll have a spike of people who are watching your content, but then because your content is going to disappear down the feed, your views are going to drop off because nobody is going to be able to find it. Whereas if you space out your stories during the day, people are going to continue to watch those stories when they get bumped to the top of the feed, and your views will increase, or at least stay the amount, because people are going to be able to see it at the top of their feed. And then down the bottom here, the Fast Growth Formula, which is basically the name of the event, Fast Growth Summit. Kerwin Rae's Fast Growth Formula has 5 steps. So these are the 5 steps that they run through in his, I think they call it Nail and Scale It program, which is basically what the Fast Growth Summit is. It's the lead generation for his Nail and Scale It program, his business coaching program. And the Fast Growth Step formula revolves around mindset, planning, marketing, sales, and leadership. So I thought that was interesting as well. And we can all relate to those and do extra work around mindset with social media, planning with social media, marketing around social media, sales around social media, and leadership around social media. So you can take that Fast Growth formula yourself and use that to build out your content marketing strategy, your social media strategy, and really try and put a lot more effort into it to get a lot more out of it. And the other thing, of course, is to remember that Kerwin started the social experiment in 2016, and it's now mid-2018, to get to the point where he has a content machine built in place. He has staff helping him, right? He has videographers, he has graphic designers, he has editors. So please don't go and check out Kerwin's content and go, how the heck am I as a single business owner supposed to do all this? Because no, it's not possible. He has multiple people working on it. But there's lots that we can take away from these different tips to help improve our own social media slowly. And it is a long game. So just remember that this isn't it's not a 1 week, it's not a 1 month, it's not a 1 year strategy to all of a sudden be generating millions of dollars from social media. It is definitely a long game. It's a snowball effect. It's about putting out content for a long period of time so that you're building brand awareness, so that the mere exposure effect has a chance to take place. But all in all, it was a great night. He's a great presenter. It was a great crowd, and learned just a couple of key things with social media, which I wanted to share with you guys. So I hope that was super helpful. I'm just going to jump back behind the camera now and see if we've got any viewers. Oh, we do. Here we go. Let me just grab the camera, turn it around. So thanks very much for watching. I'm not sure whether anybody has left any comments, because sometimes there's a delay with the comments, and I'll finish the live stream and then I can see that there's been comments posted. So I'm not ignoring your comments, but they are not showing up here on Facebook yet. So I'll get to those if there are any left. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you get something out of that from Kerwin Rae's Fast Growth Summit. If you are interested, I think he's only got 2 more events that are happening this year. I think it's Adelaide and maybe Perth that he's got to go to. So they've all wrapped up on the East Coast for this year anyway. But if you're interested in Kerwin Rae, check out his content. Just watch what he does. Because again, it's the same with Gary Vee, right? It's about watching what they do, and there's a reason behind it. There's always a reason behind the way they go about their content and their marketing. So hope that helped. If you've got any questions whatsoever, I'm going to be doing a lot more work moving forward in how to scale your content marketing yourself with repurposing content. Because we don't all have a business that can afford to put on 5 or 20 staff to manage our social media and create content. So I'm going to be doing a lot more work around that to help local business owners, one-man businesses really leverage their content and get more out of less, so that you can start generating the types of revenue that Kerwin does, because it works. It literally works. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Any comments, please drop them below. If you think this is going to be valuable to anybody that you know, please share it with them as well. That would really mean a lot to me. But other than that, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.